Imagine our planet without oceans. The blue, watery expanse is gone, leaving behind dry land. What was once teeming with life is now a barren landscape. What's something people don't know about the oceans? Before we continue, please like, subscribe and hit the notification bell for updated videos. Thank you. It's a big help for small-time content creators. Could the oceans really vanish? It's a question that seems almost impossible to fathom. The vast, seemingly endless bodies of water that cover more than 70% of our planet's surface are integral to life as we know it. But what if, one day, they were simply gone? What could cause such a cataclysmic event? Perhaps a giant asteroid hit Earth, boiling away the water. Imagine an asteroid larger than any we've ever seen, hurtling towards our planet at unimaginable speeds. Upon impact, the energy released would be equivalent to millions of nuclear bombs, creating a heat so intense that it could vaporize the oceans. The steam would rise into the atmosphere, eventually escaping into space, leaving behind a scorched and barren landscape. Maybe a mysterious force pulled the water into space. Picture a scenario where an unknown cosmic event, perhaps a rogue black hole or a massive gravitational wave, exerts a force so strong that it pulls the water off our planet. The oceans, rivers and lakes would be sucked into the void, leaving Earth dry and lifeless. The sight of water floating away into the vastness of space would be both mesmerizing and terrifying. Whatever the reason, the consequences would be dire. Without oceans, the delicate balance of our ecosystem would be shattered. Marine life would perish. Weather patterns would become erratic, and the global climate would undergo drastic changes. The once fertile lands would turn into deserts, and humanity would struggle to survive in a world without water. The disappearance of the oceans would mark the end of life as we know it, a stark reminder of the fragility of our existence on this blue planet. Without water, sea creatures would die immediately. Fish, whales, coral reefs, all gone. This mass extinction would disrupt the entire food chain, causing irreversible damage to our ecosystem. Section 4. Humans need water to survive. Water is essential for all forms of life on Earth. It covers about 71% of the Earth's surface, mostly in seas and oceans. Without water, life as we know it would not exist. From the smallest microorganisms to the largest mammals, every living being depends on water for survival. It is crucial for drinking, agriculture, sanitation, and industry. Water is not just a resource, it is the lifeblood of our planet. Humans rely on the oceans for food and oxygen. Oceans are home to a vast array of marine life, providing a significant portion of the world's food supply. Fish, crustaceans, and seaweed are just a few examples of the bounty that the oceans offer. Additionally, phytoplankton in the oceans produce more than half of the world's oxygen through photosynthesis. This delicate balance of marine ecosystems is vital for maintaining the health of our planet. Overfishing, pollution, and climate change threaten these ecosystems, putting our food supply and oxygen production at risk. Without them, we would face starvation and suffocation. The depletion of marine resources would lead to empty grocery shelves and a lack of essential nutrients in our diets. Poor air quality would become a common issue as the oxygen levels drop, making it difficult to breathe. Droughts and water shortages would become more frequent, leading to dried-up riverbeds and cracked earth. The consequences of neglecting our water resources are dire and far-reaching. Coastal cities would become uninhabitable, forcing mass migration. Rising sea levels and increased storm surges would flood coastal areas, making them unsafe for habitation. People would be forced to leave their homes, leading to long lines of refugees seeking safer ground. The infrastructure of these cities would crumble, leaving behind deserted buildings and ghost towns. The strain on resources in inland areas would increase as more people migrate, leading to overcrowded refugee camps and heightened competition for basic necessities. The impact on human life would be profound, altering the way we live and interact with our environment. Section 5. Finding water in a dry world. In a world where water scarcity is becoming an increasingly pressing issue, the quest to find water in arid and dry regions is more critical than ever. The challenges are immense, but so are the opportunities for innovation and resilience. Where could we find water in this dry world? The search for water in such harsh environments often begins with the most basic and traditional methods. People have been digging wells and searching for natural springs for centuries. However, in many parts of the world, these sources are drying up, and the search becomes more desperate. Underground aquifers could provide some relief. These hidden reservoirs of water, trapped beneath layers of rock and soil, have been a lifeline for many communities. Drilling into these aquifers can provide a steady supply of water, but it is not without its challenges. The process can be expensive and requires advanced technology and expertise. Moreover, over-extraction can lead to the depletion of these vital resources, causing long-term environmental damage. We might develop technology to extract moisture from the air. Innovative solutions are being explored to address water scarcity. Atmospheric water generators, for instance, can extract moisture from the air and convert it into drinkable water. These devices use a combination of cooling and condensation to capture water vapor, even in arid environments. While promising, these technologies are still in their infancy and face challenges related to energy consumption and scalability. But these sources would be limited and difficult to access. The reality is that in many dry regions, water sources are scarce and often located in remote, hard-to-reach areas. People may have to travel long distances, sometimes on foot, to access these precious resources. This not only poses physical challenges, but also has significant social and economic implications. Communities may be forced to migrate, agricultural activities may be disrupted, and conflicts over water rights may arise. The search for water in a dry world is a complex and multifaceted challenge that requires a combination of traditional knowledge, technological innovation, and sustainable practices. As we continue to grapple with the impacts of climate change and population growth, finding effective solutions to water scarcity will be crucial for the survival and well-being of millions of people around the globe. Section 6. A changed planet. The planet's climate would change drastically. Without oceans to regulate temperature, we would experience extreme weather. The land would become drier, leading to desertification. Section 7. Could we survive? Life on Earth depends on water. Without oceans, our planet would become a very different place. Could humanity survive such a catastrophic event? Before we continue, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for updated videos. Thank you. It's a big help for small-time content creators.